Guys, what's up? This is Mr. Beast Mode 7000, and I'm here with my first ever Storytime video. Today I'm gonna be telling a story, or a couple stories, about this kid from my old school who was like really crazy. His name was Carter, and so yeah, I hope you enjoy. Before I start off today, I just want to tell you some stuff. For the prank call series, I kind of turned that into just like an every once in a while thing, because I'm not gonna do it too often because I don't want to get in any trouble or whatever. So basically, I told everybody, all my viewers, that once I get 100 likes on my first one, then I'll make a new one, and then I might do it again 100 likes, or I might upgrade it to 200 likes. Just depends on how many views I'm getting. So yeah, and I'm probably gonna come up with a new series to do though, that's funny or enjoyable or whatever, to take that place. I just gotta think of one, so I hope you enjoy. Also check out Soul Nation. I'm the vice president for that. We're starting to make some videos now. Me and Toxic Yoshi just put out a combat training video, so you should go check it out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, at my old school, there was this kid named Carter, and he was really crazy. Like, he didn't have any mental problems, because if he did, I wouldn't be making fun of him, or I wouldn't be talking about him. But he was just really weird and really funny at the same time. Because like, I'm just gonna tell you some stuff that he did. Like, one time when we were in class and we were having a meeting and talking about a book, he kept on acting up and freaking out, and like the teacher kept on getting mad at him, and she's like, Carter, if you don't stop, I'm gonna kick you out of the meeting. And he's like, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say, blah 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 blah. And then so she got mad at him and she kicked him out. So then he goes over to the corner of the classroom and he starts making paper airplanes. And then the kid, he takes a couple paper airplanes and he chucks them at the teacher. He starts just throwing them at the teacher. Then the teacher, she starts getting really mad, and she's like, you know what, Carter? Go down to the principal's office. And he's like, no, I'm not going down to the principal's office. No. And then she like basically like grabs him and like forces him to go down. And then he basically goes to our paper cabinet and takes all the paper that our classroom had. And then he walks down to the principal's office. And basically, what he was taking the paper for was obviously to make paper airplanes. And then he came back with no more paper. Later on in the day though, when I went to principal's office, the whole thing was like filled with paper airplanes. It was really weird. And somehow that kid didn't get actually, he did after I left the school. He got expelled. But yeah, also another time, he was basically this kid that I knew, his name was Christian. He was also kind of a spaz at the time, and so basically Carter always called him his spaz apprentice, and he was always like, I'm your spaz apprentice. And Christian always got creeped out and stuff. And then so one day when Carter's like chasing around and be like, come back, buddy, I'm your spaz apprentice, you gotta be friends with me, we have to hang out some. And then Christian starts like running away, and then Carter takes a kitchen knife, not like a butter knife, but like a freaking kitchen knife, and then he starts chasing Christian down the hallway with a kitchen knife. And I'm like, this kid has some serious issues. And Christian's screaming like a little girl. He's like, oh my goodness, this kid's crazy, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to kill me. And then so then the teacher comes out and stops them both and asks what's going on. And Christian's like, this crazy kid is trying to kill me with a freaking kitchen knife. And then the teacher gets mad at him because apparently he was disrupting class, but she doesn't get mad at Carter. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then Carter just like, and then afterwards Carter goes and gives Christian a hug. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? And then so, and also another time when we were at this camp, like we were taking a school, like a class camping trip, overnight camping trip thing. And so basically at night, like one of our teachers, Mr. Evans, told us a scary story. And when that was over, we had to go to bed. And so we were in our cabin, and then Mr. Evans is like, hey Carter, okay, I gotta give you your spaz pills now because your mom told me to. And he's like, no, I don't want to take my spaz pills, I don't want to take my spaz pills, I don't need them. And Mr. Evans is like, come on Carter, I need you to take your pills. And he's like, no, never. And then he starts running away, and then the teacher starts chasing him through the cabin. And so he's chasing him for like 15 minutes, and Carter like just knocking over everything, running through the cabin, all that kind of stuff. And then eventually Mr. Evans catches him and like stuffs the pills down his throat, and then Carter's like, and then he gets on top of his bed, and then he starts jumping up and down saying, it's not working, it's not working. And then later on that night, then Mr. Evans is like, Carter, just go to bed. And then so he goes to bed, and then he started complaining that his sleeping bag kept on falling off the bed and that he couldn't go to bed. And eventually, the teacher's like, you know what, forget this. I'm just gonna go to bed. He's like, you can go to bed whenever you feel like it. So then, eventually, I fell asleep too. But then when I woke up later on in the night to go to use the bathroom, I hear from on the other side of the cabin, I hear Carter going, "Crap, stupid sleeping bag won't get on the bed." And I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, and then hold up, what was the other time I was gonna tell you about? Oh yeah, and then another time, Carter. So basically, you know how there's those Ritz packages, like the things with like the little Ritz crackers and then the little cheese on the side, and like there's like a little plastic spoon. You have to scoop out the cheese to put on the crackers and then you eat them. Well, he had one of those for lunch, and so he took it and like he thought it would be funny if he ate the spoon. So then he takes the plastic spoon and he swallows it whole and tries to chew it, and then he starts choking. And then he goes over to the teacher, he's like, "I'm choking, I can't breathe, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying." And then so like the teacher then like totally freaks out and like calls the hospital and crap. And then she like starts smacking the bag and like, "Oh my goodness, Carter, what are you doing? You're such an idiot." And then eventually he throws up the spoon, which was really nasty because it was like a bunch of just like little crushed up bits of spoon, and it was just really nasty. And then he went to the ER and he couldn't talk for like 2 weeks because he had a bunch of scratches in his throat, which to everybody else that was kind of a good thing that he couldn't talk. Like, kind of felt bad for the kid, but I mean, he brought it on himself. So yeah, like there's lots of other things that the kid did, but I don't really remember all of them. There's also a lot of other real weird kids that I'll tell you about in later episodes, but for now that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment to tell me how I'm doing, because if I'm not doing good, I want to know if I'm doing good though. I want to know that also. And so also leave a like, please. It really helps. And if you like my videos enough and want to see more, then subscribe also. So I'll see you guys next time. This is Mr. Beast Mode 7000 signing out. See ya.
This will not take long. Yes, good one. Time to die, bird.
Over here.